Hey guys, it's Zach, and this is my girlfriend Summer.
Hi guys.
It's not quite often that you guys actually see an Indian and a Chinese together because if you just go run back through our history, we don't really get along because political reasons. But here we are together.
Our idea behind this channel was to show you guys, how us come together and how two people from two different cultures get along, and yeah.
Well, a little bit about me. I was born in India and I moved to Canada about 4 years ago. I moved for studies. I started studying some digital marketing, some marketing analytics. Now I actually work in a company as a digital marketing manager. So I apologize for all the ads, but that's kind of my job.
Yeah, I was born in China. I moved to Canada 8 years back. So, and believe it or not, out of those 8 years, I was all along a student who has part-time jobs as a daycare teachers. So, and getting this YouTube channel was initially my idea actually, because I've been seeing a lot of like those couple videos, those vlog and all of that, and was like, that's so cool. I want to do that, to record our lives and all of that. So yeah, I came up with the idea and I pitched it to him, and he was like,
maybe I thought, you know what? Let's find out. Let's try it out now. We'll see how it goes over time. But I actually liked her idea because I thought it was a great idea to document our lives, to kind of show the world how two people get along from two different cultures. So yeah.
So a little bit about us. We've been together for 3 years and have been living together for 2 years now. So quite a bit of time. We are getting sick of each other more and more, but we're trying to smooth it out most of the times. We met on Tinder, out of all the places, I know. And I was bored, so I thought, I've been heard a lot of bad things about Tinder, so I decided to give it a try, kind of like doing an experiment thing, because I was studying sociology. So it was interesting to see what are some of the creeps out there and what can you get out of it. So
So basically, you were seeing how people pick up girls or whatever. Or they're...
Well, actually, like I did a research essay on Tinder, like those social media dating, and Tinder was, of course, the number one that pops out of the list. So I was like, you know what? Maybe let me just try it by myself.
And well, I don't have really a solid reason as to why I was on Tinder, but let's just say I was lonely.
A lonely boy. And so I was swiping left, swiping right, like having like those random like flirty conversations with a bunch of guys, and then his profile popped up and I was like, oh my god, he is hot. I love his pictures, I love everything that he showed on the profile, just to put it out there. So anyway, I swiped it right, because of all of those things, all of those illusions. So yeah. So what do you think about my profile?
So about her profile, to be honest, I like the pictures. Pictures were more outgoing than...
Okay, so for his description, he wrote Indian plus Chinese equals Hakka, which is, later on when I got to know it, it's a type of cuisine in India that's basically a combination of Indian cuisines and Chinese cuisines, and it was obviously, he told me that it's really popular in India, right? So I was like, interesting, like, because when you saw a lot of profiles on Tinder, which is all like flirty style, and be like, I be your king and you be my princess and all of that, and you see his profile, it's just like pops up. It's like, oh, it's different. This guy, it's different. It's not like any other guys on Tinder, right? So I kind of want to try to get to know more about him. So I guess that's kind of like when we've started everything.
So for me, I would say I really liked her description because it was not, it wasn't much about her, to be honest. So it kind of raised the curiosity in me, but it was more about, she put a pro up that I really found interesting with some blank spaces. So, at that
Space. What do you mean by blank space?
blank spaces, like fill in the blanks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was trying to be like mysterious. I'm not your typical Tinder girl on Tinder.
So
you know.
I was like, you know what? I'll try my luck, swipe right and see. To my surprise, she actually swiped right on me as well, and so instead of saying hi, basically I decided, instead of just saying hi, I would, write something more descriptive and focus something on something that she said. So because her description mentioned something about life, I kind of filled in the blanks for her from a description, and that's basically how our conversation started.
Yeah. Well, just to fill in a little bit more information, so what I put on my Tinder profile was something about star, I believe, like star and galaxy. It was like how to say, like a quotation that I saw online and I really liked it. And so I decided to put on my Tinder profile. But not everybody got it. Some guys, when they start talking to me, they just completely ignored it and they just use those like copy paste pickup lines, which I hate.
What was the most stupidest pickup line you've heard from people?
I honestly, it's been so long, I forgot, but some of them was like,
were there too many?
Yeah, I was popular. Come on, I was popular. Okay, let me make it out there. Out of him, so there are two other guys I was talking at the same time. Okay, I was not feeling guilty or anything at all at that time.
So was it?
I have like 3 guys I talk at the same time, including him. All right, because girls, you gotta leave yourself options out there. You gotta have your options open, right? You can't just hang yourself at one tree when you're on Tinder. So yeah, but the way he started talking to me was really different from any other guys, because he actually noticed what I wrote about the stars and the galaxy, and then he wrote something similar just to kind of like response to that. So yeah,
I can be a romantic from time to time. So yeah, so that's basically how we actually met. So after that, I just told her that I don't want to waste time small talking you. I might as well just get your number, we'll set up a date, and we'll just go through it and see how it works. Because I'm not the one who likes to waste too much time on texting and chatting with somebody on Tinder for like 2 weeks or a month, and then
but we did talk on Tinder for like 2 weeks or something.
Nope.
Message back and forth.
Nope.
Oh.
I basically told you to give me your number. You still were a little hesitant, and after that you said that you basically made a joke that not many people have gotten this. Because I remember you told me that there were 2 other guys who asked you and you never gave it to them. But because that was kind of straightforward and I didn't waste time, you were like, you know what, I'll just give it to him.
Yeah. And
I have proof because I've read her messages. So yeah, we're good.
And I remember I was finishing up my Saturday driving class, and I finished it, and I saw a number pops up. I was like, who the heck is this? I don't know this number. So I pick it up, and he's like, hi, this is Zach. We've been talking on Tinder for a long time. I was like,
we never spoke for a long time. I never said that.
Something like that. I used to be like,
I said,
we've been talking on Tinder. This is Zach from Tinder.
I said, this is Zach. You gave me your number yesterday, and
yes,
I'd like to set up a date.
I was feeling like really awkward the way he started it, because he's just been like going right there and just like
right
so
to the point.
Straightforward and right to the point and be like, let's set up a date. The next day I gave him my number. I was like, whoa. Inside I was thinking, I was not ready for this. This was way too quick. I wasn't expecting this. What am I gonna do? It's kind of rude to hand up on him right now. Should I make some excuses, you know? So yeah, but I said, but I backed up a little bit. I said, yeah, of course we can meet, you know, because I'm friendly. And then but I got to pick the place because I still have to have control, because you never know what kind of creeps you might meet on and end up meeting on Tinder.
And just FYI, not everybody you meet on Tinder is a creep, but I would say
But
there are exceptions.
yes, for girls who are watching this, if you're on Tinder, always pick a public place and not too late. Make sure that the places that you guys pick, it's popular and crowded at the time that you met.
And make sure it's not too expensive, because we have to pay for the first dates mostly.
It's okay.
So yeah, I called her up. She didn't really set up a date at the time because she kind of wanted to talk a little bit more. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll talk to her a little bit more. We spoke a little bit, you know. I told her some things, sent her a few pictures, you know, just so she knows I wasn't lying and I looked like the way I said I looked.
Yeah.
And she was quite impressed.
Yeah. So I picked a kind of like a fancy, crowded Italian restaurant in downtown.
It wasn't that crowded
on a
though.
Friday. Because we met early, because I don't want to meet too late.
Yeah, but you ended up sticking with me until like freaking 10. Jeez.
Because he was being chatty. Like, he was being so chatty. And I was like, looking at my past, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, he was really trying hard to get me, you know?
Well, I wouldn't say I was trying hard though.
Yes, you were. You're pretty obvious. Oh, and when we met, I was feeling kind of awkward because it was my first like blind date from Tinder. I've never done it before, and so I don't know what to do. So I just gave him an awkward side hug. Is that how you say it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I didn't even get a proper hug on the first date. Like, well, initially, because I was like, oh my god, what do I do? The moment that I saw him, I was like 30 minutes late or something, right? Oh, of course.
I was like 30 minutes late or something. And yeah, and the moment that I saw him, I was like, oh my god, this is it. Like, this is him. So I went there. I didn't know what I was thinking. I just gave him like a friendly side hug and be like, hey, oh, it's so nice finally to see you. You know, like you know when you have those friends that you don't really want to be friends with, but you have to be friendly with them just to keep the relationship.
Oh wow.
That was that was my side friendly hug for people like that. Yeah.
And well, you know, I didn't really care as much, to be honest. I found her pretty. Well, her first impression on me was, oh my god, he's actually shorter than I thought he was.
He was much shorter than I thought. And also because he was wearing like a super long trench coat. And so I was like, oh my god. My first impression that popped in my head is like, oh my god, how short was this guy? Like, he lied about his height to me?
I never lied, by the way. I said 171.
I swear he said he's 175.
I never said I'm 175. I never said I'm 175. We never even reached the conversation about height.
And we've been dating for 3 years, and one day, okay, this is a side story. One day I was sitting in the car while he was driving, and he has his driver license, so I just pick it up and I look at it and I said, you know how driver license has a height, right? And it's a height 172 centimeter. And I was like, what?
It's basically 172 and a half, which
you're
means
172 only. The time I saw he is 175. Guys, we've been dating for 3 years now, and I find out about this like 6 months ago.
And 172 and a half. So long story short, she decided a place, and I was fine with it, to be honest, because I kind of understood the fact that she would be a little bit scared about this thing, but you know.
I was a little bit.
So I was like,
after the conversation started, and
yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let her pick the place. I'll pick the time. I picked the time. Of course, she didn't make it on time, obviously. I was waiting there, went to a Starbucks, grabbed a coffee, came back, still waited for her. She said she's gonna be there in like 5 minutes. I waited for like fucking half an hour and didn't see her for like half an hour. But you know, I was excited. I was just waiting to see her, you know, waiting to see how this would go. But yeah, I don't know, something about her kind of started making me realize this was probably a good idea.
yeah,
And
that's how I feel too.
yeah. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. But if you guys have any suggestions, you know, any challenges that we could do, we could try out, please let us know in the comment section down there. And hope you guys enjoy the video, and hope you guys show us some love and support, you know, to continue these videos. We do like to travel a lot, so we you know, once after this quarantine thing's over, we might end up, you know, visiting India. We might also end up going to Japan. She's not from Japan, but we did go to China last year, so unfortunately I didn't have this YouTube channel back then, but now I'm probably gonna go again. So we'll be putting in some more vlogs about, you know, travel vlogs.
Yeah,
Things
totally.
about us.
Where we go to markets, and you know, because we live in Toronto, there are a lot of events, festivals that we like to go to. So we'll definitely keep you guys posted along while we go into doing those fun things together. Yeah. So if you guys, you know, want to get to know more about us, and stay tuned.
And please drop this video a like. Please, 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 please. We need the support.
Subscribe and love.
And subscribe. And hope you guys stay safe.
Stay safe and healthy.
And see you guys in the next video.
See you guys.